On a crowded sidewalk where the roar of traffic mingled with the stench of garbage, a tiny ivory-white puppy stood all alone, its cloudy eyes filled with confusion and despair. Its fur was matted, tangled with dirt and nameless debris. The little dog staggered across the cold pavement, as if unsure where to go. Around it, a row of rusty garbage carts lined the street, their shadows stretching beneath them like cold shelters, surrounded by wilted heaps of trash. A faint sniffling sound caught the white puppy's attention. Beneath a nearby garbage cart, hidden in the shadows, was an orange-yellow pup, licking at a stagnant puddle on the cement floor. Right beside it sat another little dog, smaller with patchy black and white fur, curled up like a dirty cotton ball. Its wide eyes filled with cautious curiosity as it peered out at the world. 3 tiny lives, abandoned in this forgotten corner, huddled together against the harshness of life. A young man walked by. His eyes caught sight of the 3 dirty little fluff balls hiding under the garbage cart. He paused, his gaze locking on to the loneliness and despair in their eyes. Without hesitation, he stepped closer. The orange-yellow pup stopped drinking and looked up, fear mingling with curiosity in its expression. The off-white pup staggered backward, unsteady and unsure. The black and white speckled one retreated further into the shadows, shrinking away as if trying to disappear. He simply sat down gently, extended his hand and pulled a small sausage from his pocket. The orange-yellow pup, seemingly the boldest, or perhaps just the hungriest, cautiously crept forward. It hesitated for a moment, then timidly licked his finger. Its eyes were wide with a mix of surprise and gratitude. The off-white pup began to edge forward, curiosity winning over fear. Even the little black and white speckled one, still hidden in the shadows, started to shift, drawn by the scent of food and the calm presence of the young man. Hunger had triumphed over fear. As the young man broke the sausage into smaller pieces, all 3 pups rushed in, gobbling it down hungrily. They pushed and jostled, fighting over each crumb, a heartbreaking sign of just how long it had been since they'd had a proper meal. The off-white pup stood up on its hind legs, reaching for the treat in his hand, a gesture that was both endearing and deeply saddening. The man gently stroked their filthy fur, feeling the sharp outlines of tiny bones beneath the coarse, matted hair. Tiny ticks and fleas clung stubbornly to their skin, crawling unseen by the world around them. The decision came swiftly. The young man knew he couldn't leave them there. Not in that filth, not to fend for themselves. He reached into his bag and pulled out a small pet carrier. The black and white speckled pup was the first to be gently lifted. Fear still lingered in its wide eyes, but weakness had dulled any resistance. One by one, the orange pup and the off-white one followed, each cradled carefully and placed into the carrier. Inside, the 3 huddled close together, silent but no longer alone. At the veterinary clinic, the 3 puppies were greeted with gentle, practiced hands. The off-white pup trembled atop the cold metal exam table as the vet took its temperature and listened to its heartbeat. 37.9 degrees Celsius. Not alarming, but a sign to keep a close eye. The filthy fur was carefully parted, revealing reddened patches of skin, telltale signs of mites, fleas, and other skin conditions. Next came the black and white speckled pup, 37.4 degrees Celsius, same skin issues, same underweight frame. The orange one seemed slightly more resilient, also 37.4 degrees Celsius, but the toll of neglect was clear in all 3. Their bodies were fragile, their ribs easily felt beneath thinning fur. Each pup received deworming medicine and preventive treatments. It was the first step toward healing, safety, and perhaps hope. Then came bath time. Warm water and specialized shampoo were used to wash away the thick layers of grime that clung stubbornly to their coats. Slowly, from what once looked like dirty little balls of fur, three tiny, adorable lives began to emerge. The ivory-white pup, after being gently wiped clean, revealed a pair of sparkling blue eyes. The black and white pup's symmetrical markings stood out on a now sleek, snowy coat. And the golden pup, his fur now soft and shining, glowed with a warm amber hue. After the bath, in a gentle blow-dry, the real care began. Kind hands carefully brushed through tangled fur, wiping away the last traces of crust from the corners of their eyes. Tiny ears were inspected and cleaned, and delicate paws, once caked with filth, were gently wiped down. A soft purple glow filled the room as a UV light was passed over their skin. This wasn't just for inspection, it was a healing treatment for the skin conditions they had developed after surviving in such filthy, harsh conditions. The pups didn't resist. They sat still, exhausted but calm, as if understanding that finally they were safe and being healed. The next day, the three pups were brought to a place bathed in sunlight and surrounded by greenery. They were placed in front of a new bowl filled with small, fresh kibble. Without hesitation, they dove into their meal, no longer showing the fear or urgency from the previous day. The food was a welcome change, and their tiny bodies quickly devoured the kibble. In the small, charming garden, the three pups began to explore their new world. The white and cream pup curiously nibbled on a fresh green blade of grass, his bright blue eyes filled with wonder. As he sniffed around, a larger dog, perhaps a member of the new family, approached and gently interacted with the little pup, as if welcoming a new friend. The initial fear that had clouded their eyes was now gone, replaced by a sense of security and curiosity. At the end of the day, after a day filled with new experiences, from fear to rescue, from dirty to clean, from hungry to full, from lost to finding a home, the three pups curled up on a soft mattress, snuggled together with their toy friends. The white and cream pup slept soundly, breathing evenly, his tiny paws twitching gently in his dreams. The black and white pup opened his eyes a little, looking around before closing them again, feeling the warm hand gently stroking his head. The golden orange pup lay peacefully nearby, safe in the loving embrace. If you were moved by this dog's story, please share it so that more lives can be changed. Subscribe to our channel to join us on this journey.